Bored of not being given challenging riddles? Well, here's another video on a few riddles that will help you pass your time with fun. And yeah, invite Sherlock Holmes too. He might be a great help for you if he's there. Psych. Riddle number 1. Anna is a girl. She is stuck in a cave for the past 2 days. She is extremely hungry. Going deeper into the cave, she found bones scattered around. Moving further, she saw a raw eel, a honey bottle that was made in the 1400s, and a few cherry pits. She is extremely hungry and would die if she wouldn't eat one of these. Which one do you think should she eat? The answer is honey. Yeah, if you think I am mad, then you better know that honey can last almost forever. Riddle number 2. There are 3 ways. A hedgehog has to pass one of them. The first way contains venom, the second contains red foxes, and the third contains lions that will say no, not to food, especially hedgehogs. The poor hedgehog needs help. Be a sensible advisor and tell him which way to choose. Did you know hedgehogs are resistant to venom? Yes, they are, and that's why the way containing venom was the safest. Alright, this one's gonna be hard. What day would tomorrow be if yesterday was 5 days before the day after Sunday's tomorrow? Yeah, after a lot of deep calculations and conversions, the answer is, I don't know. Psych. The correct answer is Saturday. To solve this, start from the end. Sunday's tomorrow is Monday. So the day after Monday would be Wednesday. Now come back 5 days. You come to Friday. And here's what tomorrow would be, Saturday. Riddle number 4. Frank was a man of 1800s. He was born in 1833 and died in 1846 at the age of 75. How can this be? Here's a tip: skip the math. The answer is 1833 and 1846 were his hospital room numbers. How was I supposed to know that? Riddle number 5. In a certain company, if an X amount of people's salary is increased, then the remaining 35% people are fired. In 2005, the company didn't earn enough of a profit as compared to before. Supposing the company has 6,500 employees, and they all have got their salaries increased by 2%. How many people do you think were fired? Hey, did you waste your time calculating? Too bad, because the answer is 0, as they all had their salaries increased. So nobody was fired. Okay, this is the next level. Riddle number 6. Jim was a traveler. One day, when he reached his destination, he had to stay at the airport hotel. The hotel only had a lady staying in a room, a driver, and a receptionist. Sadly, as he talked to the receptionist, a thunderstorm arrived, so dangerous that the electricity went out at the airport and it had to be shut. It went out for 2 hours. When the electricity came back, Jim realized that somebody had stolen his bag full of money. So he called the cops and they asked each person regarding the crime. The receptionist said that he went in the basement to check the generators. The lady said that she arrived only an hour before the electricity went and was in her room for the rest of the time. The driver said that he was out picking up new arrivals at the airport. The cops instantly realized who was lying. Who do you think had stolen the bag? The driver had stolen the bag. The electricity was gone and the airport had been shut, so how did the driver pick new arrivals? Point to be pondered. Riddle number 7. I am a seed with 3 letters in my name. Take away the last 2 letters and I still sound the same. What am I? I am T. By the way, do you like me? Riddle number 8. A town was famous for its people. The bizarre thing was that all these people had to go for surgeries every month. Tom had to go for an arm surgery. But the town he was staying in only had 2 surgeons. The first one had a leg injured and was in an untidy condition. He seemed as he couldn't walk very well. His shop was also very dirty. The second one seemed as fit as a fiddle. He wore a smile, was neat and clean, and had a shining shop. But Tom went to the first one. Why? The first surgeon performed a surgery for the second one, and the second one performed a surgery for the first one, as there were only 2 surgeons in the town. So since the second one was in a perfect condition, Tom realized that it was the first one who is the secret behind the second one's condition. Riddle number 9. A man was extremely depressed. All his friends had left him, and his wife didn't want to stay with him because he had lost his job. All these incidents made him feel so angry upon himself that he went to his washroom, looked at himself for the last time in his mirror, and shot himself between his eyes. He shot himself with a real gun and a real bullet. Surprisingly, he came out later perfectly fine. Guess how? The man shot at his reflection in the mirror. Reconsideration worked out for him. Riddle number 10. Sam is holding something in his hand. He looks at it and says that if he takes 5 and adds 6, he gets 11. But when he takes 6 and adds 7, he gets 1. What is Sam holding in his hand? Sam is holding a clock. That's why when he added 6 and 7, he got 1. Riddle number 11. Jake was out with his friends on a trip from New York to Boston. At the end of the trip, he discovered that one of his tires had been punctured the whole time. How did he manage to reach his destination then? The tire was a spare one. Great. Riddle number 12. Toby lived on a farm with 4 other dogs who were his brothers and sisters. Their names were Spot, Snowy, Brownie, and Rex. What do you think is the name of the 5th dog? The answer is Toby. That was easy, right? Riddle number 13. Kate's Grandad went for a walk and it began to rain. He had forgotten to bring an umbrella and didn't have a hat. When he got home, his clothes were soaking wet, but not a hair on his head was wet. How was this possible? Well, the poor man didn't have hair at all. He was bald. Riddle number 14. There's a 1-story house where everything in it is yellow. The walls, the carpets, the beds and all the other furniture is completely yellow. The house has yellow cutlery, a yellow fridge, and yellow pictures on the walls. What color are the stairs in the house? If you were clever enough, you would have noticed that there were no stairs. The house is a single story, so where would the stairs come from? Riddle number 15. Jack was reading a riddle. The riddle said that, I turn polar bears white and make you cry. I cannot be guessed. I make celebrities look silly and normal people look like celebrities. I turn a pancake brown and make champagne bubble. Squeeze me and I'll pop, but look at me and you will. Can you guess who I am? Okay, the answer's pretty simple but surprising. No, you can't guess the poem. No is the answer as the riddle says, that it cannot be guessed. What? Alright, my brain hurts. How did you feel after reading those riddles? Trust me, we will be back with more. And do comment in the comment box about which riddle or riddles were the toughest. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.